Don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to The Last Action Hero. This is a donation reward for Venom 0027. And so what do I know about this movie? I know that it's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And I apologize for making that stupid accent. Everybody's made this stupid accent at one point in their life. It's just a common thing. Yeah, I know it's Arnold. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I assume it's an action movie just based on the name. I don't know anything else about this one. There's a couple Arnold movies that I haven't seen that I at least know a little more about. Like, I think one of them is called Twins or something with Danny DeVito. And then there's Kindergarten Cop, which I haven't seen. But this one, I know pretty much nothing about. I'm interested, though. I like Arnold. I think he's an underrated actor. Everybody, looks at Arnold's acting, and it's very common for people to say, oh, he can't act. And that's kind of the fun of it, but it's like, yeah, he's terrible. And I'm just thinking, he is? It's like, he's not, the best actor, but it's like, I would never call him terrible. He's pretty good. Again, not amazing, not the best actor out there, but still. I've never understood when people say that. It's like I look back at movies like Jingle All the Way. That's one of my, Christmas classics. I watch that every year, and it's like, I love it. I think it's great, and I think Arnold is great in it. Is he a little cheesy? Sure. But there's nothing wrong with cheesy. A lot of people like to compare cheesiness to bad acting, and it's like they're not the same thing at all. Cheesiness does not equate to bad acting. And it's annoying. But yeah, I like Arnold. I don't know who else is in this. So I don't know what else to expect. But I'm definitely interested. I'm definitely curious to see what this is going to be like. How much comedy is going to be in it compared to some of his other films, or is it going to mostly be action? I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, without knowing much of anything else about it, we're just going to get into this. So let's do it. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the movie. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. I'm pissed. I am actually pissed. Because I was looking up some stuff afterwards, and this movie apparently is not well liked. And apparently the reason for that, at least partially, is this came out only a week after Jurassic Park. And even Arnold understood when making this movie that was a bad idea, and he tried to get it postponed, but his other co-producers wouldn't hear of it. And because of that, it destroyed the movie's reputation because it was overshadowed by Jurassic Park. But apparently the film has also gotten some negative reviews and everything, and just didn't do super well. On Rotten Tomatoes, mind you, Rotten Tomatoes scores never actually matter. It has a rating of 39%. Roger Ebert gave it 2.5 out of 4 stars, and says that it plays more like a bright idea than like a movie that was thought through. And basically, it seems like most people are saying that it just kind of misses the mark. And let me tell you why I'm pissed. Because this movie was absolutely bloody phenomenal. Like, I'm not even kidding with how much I I love this. It was a perfect satire on action films. It was extremely funny. There were so many moments that had me losing my shit with laughter. Like you saw that in the reaction. I laughed hard at certain points in this. Um, the acting was great. It had a lot of great actors in it. Even in a lot of great cameos. Like you even had Sir Ian McKellen at the end as Death. But like you have Charles Dance as who ends up being kind of the main villain of this. And it's like it's fucking Charles Dance. Like Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones. The guy in Godzilla King of the Monsters. I don't remember the character's name in that. But it's like this guy is a phenomenal actor. And he's phenomenal at playing a bad guy, too. So, yeah. He was fantastic. Everyone was great. The kid was great. His mother was great. Everyone. The humor was just spot on. It was so funny. There were like references in there. There was an E.T. reference. Like, oh my God, that was amazing. There were so many great jokes in there. The fact that there was a cartoon cat and it was just pointing out how absurd that was because it just didn't make sense and it was out of nowhere. Him pointing out that like all the phone numbers start with 555 and there couldn't like conceivably be all the phone numbers starting with that because there could only be a certain amount of numbers that could have that starting three numbers. But then it's like, have you heard of an area code? It's like, oh my fucking God. The jokes about how the difference of the real world and the movie world and everything. It's like the action was fun too. It was like obviously it was making fun of action films, so it's like it's gonna be over the top and goofy and ridiculous. This was amazing. I loved it so much. Like, oh my God. I feel like this is like just another oh God, another I mentioned it before. God, what is it? Jingle All the Way. Another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that a lot of people don't like, but I love. Like, again, I mentioned it's one of my Christmas classics. I watch it every year around the holidays because I love that movie. I think it's hilarious. I think it has a lot of great heart. I think it's cheesy as hell, but in a very fun way. And it's memorable. Like Arnold and Sinbad's chemistry in that. Just Booster is fucking hilarious. All the Turbo Man stuff is iconic as fuck. It's like, God, I love that movie so much, but it is a critically panned film. And this is another one of those movies that seems to be the same. It's like 39% isn't like the worst rating I've seen a movie have from Rotten Tomatoes. But again, Rotten Tomatoes, I don't really take that with any like heavy. I take it with a grain of salt. Let's put it that way. Because it's like Rotten Tomatoes scores, like when Rotten Tomatoes has a bad score for Hook. If the movie Hook with Robin Williams and Dante Bosco and Dustin Hoffman, an absolute wonderful classic of a film, has a bad score on Rotten Tomatoes, you can't take anything they say seriously. And so it's like, and Roger Ebert, as great of a critic as he was, he got things wrong. But again, it's all subjective, mind you, so to be fair. But without question, I think this movie was absolutely fantastic. It was not only just fun, but it was really clever. And again, it really nailed being a satire on action films. The cliches, the tropes, the ridiculous dialogue, all of that's in here. Like, there was even a lot of Arnold just making fun of himself in this, about even his little tropes, the things he says in all of his movies and all. A lot of other big name movies were mentioned, like Die Hard was brought up in this, and it's just like, this is just fantastic. I am just having an absolute blast watching this. Like, there were multiple points where I just had like this big ass smile on my face because I was enjoying it so much, because it was so good. And it's like, oh my god, I'm also angry because I can't believe I haven't seen this sooner. I wish I had seen this movie before. I've seen some Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, but this is one of those that I haven't seen, along with the likes of Twins and Kindergarten Cop and whatever else. And I'm so pissed that I never saw this before. I wish I wish there was more to my life where I had known about this film. 'Cause my god, I love this so much. Like, if I can find some like reactions to this film on YouTube, because I know there's a bunch of different people who react to just specifically movies and all. If I can find any reactions to this, I'm definitely watching them just to watch this again, even if it's cut up into little parts and everything due to copyright and all. It's like, I just want to still watch it again in some form. It's like, and that's rare for me, to want to watch a movie again right away like that. Like, usually, like, even if I really like a movie, I usually don't want to watch it again right away. It has to be something really good and really special for me to do that. Like Encanto, for example. Encanto or Turning Red. Both of those were phenomenal in so many ways and really just really hit the nail on the head for me. And so it's like those movies, yeah, I saw them multiple times. Many times. Because of how much I love them. But it's like, that's still the exception, not the rule. Like, I loved RoboCop, and especially the third one, but I didn't go watch those again right away. It's like, this film is that good for me. Genuinely. This might be one of my favorite movies I've seen this year. Like, period. Not just movies I've reacted to. Just movies I've seen this year in total, including the movies I've seen in theaters and all. I'm not kidding. That is how much I love this movie. It is so fucking good. I think it's fantastic. I just think it's genuinely fantastic. And it's like, there's multiple times where even I'm kind of like going through my own cliches. Like, I know I mentioned at one point, I asked, why did it explode? I say that all the time in a lot of these different movies and shows and stuff. I'm constantly asking, but why did it explode? Like, that's kind of become a trope on this channel. It's kind of an in-joke for this channel now. That's funny. And there's stuff like that where it's like, I'm saying things that I've said before in other reactions and stuff. And it's like, and I very much caught myself doing it. And that kind of makes it an even more fun and enjoyable experience. Could the film have been better in some ways? Could it have been improved in some ways? Sure. And its release a week after Jurassic Park, without question, hurt it. Like, that without question hurt it, because Jurassic Park was such a massive blockbuster. It was such a groundbreaking film that, of course, that's going to hurt it. And by the way, creature designer Phil Tippett, who worked on Jurassic Park, he made a movie recently called Mad God, and I'm going to be reacting to that for the Halloween special next month. Little fun fact there. Just thought I'd mention that because Jurassic Park has been brought up multiple times now with this video. But yeah, I am so genuinely in love with this movie. Like, even movies I really love, I'm not usually this just smiley about. Like it takes a movie it like takes a movie to really impress me to get me this genuinely joyful over it. It has to really impress me. Like like Encanto and Turning Red, those ones definitely did that for me. And this one definitely gave me the same reaction. I just love this. I'm so happy I got to see this. I'm so thankful to you right now, Venom, for requesting this. This is probably one of my favorite things that you've requested me to react to. I'm not even kidding you. I can't wait to hear what you say in the comments about my reaction. um, and if you want to make fun of me for geeking out so hard over this, please do. I don't care. I'm in such a good mood after this that I'm fine with you making fun of me a little for just losing my mind over this. I'm just so happy right now. I'm just having the best time. I don't know what else to say about this. I don't know what else to go through. Like, this movie was corny as hell, but that was the point. That was the joke. Again, it's a parody, it's a satire of action films. And it's fucking hilarious. It's funny, it's witty, it's clever. It's just amazing. But tell me in the comments below what you thought of this movie, of The Last Action Hero. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.